Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and Char Vision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on Char Vision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is Char Vision.
Hi, everybody. It's Sunny and Char. How are you guys? Today is March. Oh my God, it's already March. March 5th, 2021. Do you believe it? Can't believe it. Anyway, Sunny's saying bye-bye because he has a little bit of a bad tummy. He's got a bad tummy, so I'm going to put him down for a little bit. Okay, so Dr. Alicia Tisdale, my sister, Grandma Alicia, came up with a great topic for tonight. We're going to take phone calls. And the topic is what is that topic? What life changes or what life's lessons have you learned during the pandemic? So I would like to know what life lessons you've learned. I feel in my world that I've always had my work in my own home because I do private sessions and I teach. And so the only thing that's really changed is I don't go out to dinner. I don't see people. Well, maybe that's a lot. I'm not being very social, but my friend Stuart always teases that I have JOMO. Do you know what JOMO is?
JOMO.
Way of missing out. Tony. Like FOMO is
right.
fear of
missing out, right.
I'm like, oh good, don't invite me. I'm so glad I don't have to go.
That would be me.
Really? Maybe that's why we love each other so much.
Yeah, I never have oh my gosh, I should have gone. No, I never.
But there are some things I really do like celebrating, and there's times, I love celebrating other people's birthdays, and so I do enjoy it. But I guess I just, I live in the spirit world sometimes, and I live in the, the spirit energetic world, and I live on the earth, and I don't get very lonely.
Yeah, same here.
Right? Because we have the people we love with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't waste time with people that don't appreciate us.
Amen to that.
Or that we don't appreciate. Because, life is so short, and work is a lot of work. And I give 1,010% to my clients. It's like, by the time I'm done, it's like, for the day with my clients, it's like, okay, I need to rest now. Because I won't do a lot of readings in a day. I'll only do a couple. And then I just rest. But also I'm booking appointments now and writing my book. Oh my God, that book. I think it's getting better all the time. So I know. What are you giggling about?
You're like, oh God.
Well,
why do you do this to yourself?
It's a lot to write a book, and I wanted to really help people like my other books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I told you this, but this is the first book that I did not have a ghostwriter write. This is just me. I have somebody helping me with editing and organizing it. But this is the first time that I always gave information to the other books. I talked in tape recorders and I wrote things, but they did a lot of the organizing and putting together. This one I'm really doing.
That's great. Doesn't it feel good though?
It will feel really good
When you're done.
once I turn it into the publisher and he says, okay. When you're a writer, you have to keep rewriting and rewriting till you get it right. When I write my newsletters, I rewrite them and rewrite them and rewrite them because you want it to have the right message.
Right.
But Tony, what life lessons have you learned during this pandemic?
I think for me, like most people, it was very unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows you that even through a pandemic, that I can still love my partner.
Yeah.
And I actually got closer to my partner. You can still have a successful business.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think just instead of when something happens, don't panic.
Right.
And make harsh decisions, but, keep a clear mind and you can see it's maybe not as bad as you thought, or even if it's as bad as you thought, but you still can make good decisions. So I think for me, that would be it. Just, I didn't panic and I think I made good decisions.
But, you and I so far, touch wood, knock on wood, have been blessed because we haven't had really close people pass away. And we didn't get really, really sick or have the long haulers, they call it, people who who got the virus and can't really have after effects and can't really shake it. And we've been really blessed.
I mean, Will, his grandmother died of COVID, but.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell everybody who Will is.
Oh, Will's my husband.
Very handsome.
Yeah, he's a very beautiful man. But yeah, I'm a very handsome man, older gentleman. No, just kidding. But he's from Brazil, and it was really bad, and still is bad down in Brazil, Manaus.
Oh.
But yeah, so yeah, I agree with you. It's we're very fortunate.
We're very blessed. I saw this rabbi on the morning show. I forgot her name. She wrote a book. I saw it on, in Palm Springs morning show. And she wakes up, before she even gets out of bed, she thanks God for everything she's got. And I like that. And ever since I saw her say that, I always thank God. I always have gratitude, but now first thing in the morning, that's it. Because usually and also if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll do the white light mirrored egg and thank the universe and God for what I have. But, because people never know. So many people's lives have completely changed during this time.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes it's hard not to panic.
Yeah, we call fear the 4-letter F word, false evidence appearing real. So you got to have faith. We all have to have faith. And Char Vision has helped me so much. You guys watching and you guys who call me, I've learned so much from all of you with the people who've had near-death experiences and come back to talk about it, about your own intuition, about understanding life and love. And people teach me things all the time. I think it's really important that we're always learning, no matter how old we are. If there are people that that think they know it all, be careful, right?
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Do you know the old joke?
Oh, that one?
Different. Right. What's the difference between God and a doctor?
What's that?
God doesn't think he's a doctor.
I actually worked when I was younger in a medical field in the offices, and there were a lot of doctors that really thought they were gods walking the earth.
Yeah. And then there are some who are so humble and so
Oh
great.
yeah, amazing. Yeah.
I'm blessed to have really great doctors who take such good care of me and are very humble about it. They don't even know how good they are, some of them. So, has anyone tried calling?
Oh yeah, we have plenty of calls already.
We do.
We do.
Is there anybody who has a message for us about their life's lessons?
Well, I think it's Mary. What she's learned.
Okay, let's hear Mary.
All right, 818. Mary, you're on the air.
Hi there.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. The life lesson I learned is I always thought I was really independent. In some ways I am, but this pandemic took me down a notch, and I really realized that I need the people and even the places and the things in my life that are no longer available to me because of it. I am grateful, but I'm going to be even more grateful when I can start back to normal. And I know some people who are almost thrilled with not having to do anything right now. And
Right.
I'm not that person. I'm getting a little anxious, and I can't wait to hug somebody again besides my husband.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so lovely that you understand that, and that of course you want to hug people. I want to hug people too, but I think it's going to still be a little while till we can.
I think so too.
And even
I think so too.
here's the thing, like my friends called me tonight, and one of them got the shots, 2 shots, and the other one didn't yet, but they're younger than I am. And they were on their way to go on a friend's boat outside, which is they wear their masks and they're going to be outside. But then like tomorrow night, they're going out to dinner in Palm Springs and sit outside. And he said, "Oh my God, you're going to love it. There's all these new restaurants and there's all this blah, blah, blah," because I don't even drive into town. I don't go anywhere.
Sure.
And they said it's so great. And because some of the, do you watch TV a lot, Mary?
I do.
Okay, so you watch the news, right?
Of course.
Okay, so you see all these places opening up, and people like the seniors, like they're calling spring break now for the seniors, because the seniors have gotten their shots in Florida and they're all going out to the beach and they're all going out to dinner. And
Oh boy.
it makes me want to go with them. Like it makes me miss being out and having fun. It's like my sister misses going out
Absolutely.
out to dinner and being waited on. And I don't even know if it's so much about being in a restaurant, but it's the camaraderie of being together. Right?
It is. And I think even when I get my shots, we made it this far. I don't think I'm going to branch out too early.
Me too. I agree with you. And I'm still going to always I think I'm going to wear a mask forever.
God, yes.
Think about it, Mary. How many people have not gotten the flu and have not gotten a cold this winter?
So many. And children without bronchitis and all sorts of things. Yes.
Right. So there's been some upside to this. And I think and every time I would ever go on an airplane anyway, I would be like people's germs and wiping things down and whatever. So, I think most people will still be pretty cautious. And I'm hoping that the airlines and everyone else will keep things sanitized and clean.
I am too, and I've recently thought of the fact that every time I fly, there's always somebody on the plane with a mask on, and I probably in the back of my head I thought, overdoing it, but I think they were onto something.
Oh yeah, especially in the Far East, like in Asia, people always wear masks a lot, and I don't know, I think it's going to be a new habit of mine because I don't want to get anyone's cold.
I don't either.
Or
I don't either.
so that's good. So it sounds like you're really weathering the storm here. But are you talking?
I am.
You get Instacart?
Pardon me?
You get Instacart?
Have I done Instacart?
Yeah.
A little bit. Not crazy, but
Would you go to the grocery store?
I'll brave the grocery store from time to time.
Really?
That's about it.
I don't even do that. I do all Instacart.
Wow.
And I'm
okay. I guess I like to feel my produce before I buy it.
Well, I really enjoying Instacart. It's like, and they're making these great mistakes, or I'm pressing the wrong buttons or something, and I've got like a couple new things that I pressed the button about a deodorant that I love better than anything I've ever used.
Ah. Okay, well there you go.
Like,
Thank you, pandemic.
I think surprises. So, do you have any questions for me?
Oh, no. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan, and I always think if I ever talk to you, I wonder if there's anybody hanging around out there trying to get something to me, but we never know.
Wondering if if there's another Mary or another M besides you.
Sure.
Is that your grandma or your mom?
Well, I think of my mom as an M.
Oh, you mean?
But there are other M's as well.
Yeah, but you didn't have like a grandmother that was an M.
No, I had a mother-in-law once who was an M.
Was she?
I was very fond of.
Was she like a Margaret or Mary or M.A.
No.
R person?
M.A.
M.A. like May or Maddie or?
I have a May, but no.
Who's May?
A very old relative I barely knew. I just always loved her name.
Well, sometimes.
I guess she was my father's aunt.
Yeah. And then there's a J person or G.
Definitely.
Is that a male or a female J?
The J is a female.
With an N in it or an L?
Yes.
What?
N.
Is like Jean or Joanne or Joan or Janet or Janice or something like that, or Jacqueline?
Something like that.
Is it J?
2 syllables like that.
Is that your mom?
No, not at all.
Who is that?
If it's who I'm thinking of, it's my sister.
Is she living?
Yes.
Is your mom deceased?
Yes.
I think your mom's talking about you and your sister.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah. And did you get closer with your sister? Or you've always been close?
No, we've always been close, but we definitely shared our loss together. Yes.
About her, right?
About her. Oh, yeah. That was a big one.
Does she come to you as a butterfly or a bird?
I think more as a rose.
As a rose. Oh, okay. I definitely.
But I wouldn't be surprised on the other two either.
What? I think a butterfly as well.
Okay.
Who has the garden?
I do. I have her garden.
You have her garden.
Long story short, she always said when I pass, if I ever want to make contact with you, I'll go to Char. And if you ever see or smell a rose that shouldn't be where it is, know that that's me. And my dad came out and he pruned my rose bushes, and I mean he tore them apart.
No.
And he was suffering too. This was right after she died. And he went out the next morning and there was this big, beautiful coral rose that literally wasn't there the night before. And it was her anniversary, and it was just like, he said, if I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it.
Who is there, a C or S initial?
So we always call it. Is there what?
C or an S?
There's a B.
A C?
No C. Yes, there's a C in her name. Yes.
In your mom's name?
Yeah, a B and a C.
Does it start with a B?
Yes.
Like Beatrice or Bernice or?
Yes, Bernice.
Has she been here before?
Yep.
Have I read for her before? I mean, have I connected with her before?
You did years ago, many, many years ago. Yes.
I meant like last month.
No. She died 7 years ago.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I feel like I feel connected with her.
Oh, my sisters sometimes call into your show, and you might have found her there with them. I have not.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not. No. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just feel like I feel like she's really happy about this connection, but she's also talking about the hummingbirds. So you must have hummingbirds. Do you have hummingbirds?
Yes, I do, actually. I never connected them, but yes.
And then who's the woman she didn't like who died?
Oh, my God. Give me a hint.
Did she have like an aunt or somebody?
Oh, man.
Or someone she did, or a mother-in-law, or somebody she didn't like?
She had a few people she wasn't crazy about. And, I feel disrespectful saying it, but.
Is there a Patricia, or a P or a T?
That's not ringing a strong bell.
Okay.
But my mom had strong opinions about people. She liked them or she didn't. So it could be anyone.
And then also,
she liked most people.
I'm not saying she didn't like this person, but there's an EL or E or L. Who is that?
Elizabeth is our middle name.
EL is your middle name. Okay.
And hers and her mother's and my daughter's.
I feel like she's with her mom.
Ah.
I do. I feel like, and then one more thing, is there someone else with an R or B or R or D?
There's someone with an R and a D in their name.
Like ARD or?
No, it's towards the end of the name.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think that's it. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to get right now.
That's fine. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. It's my pleasure. Do you know William? Or Walter? No.
No.
Okay. I bet one of the next people are going to have a William. There's somebody named William here waiting to talk to someone.
Well, aren't they lucky to get through?
Okay.
Thank you, Char.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, goodness gracious. I feel like I talked to Bernice before. That's so weird.
That's funny.
Okay, Tony, who else do we have?
All right, so we have an 813.
Okay.
All right, 813. I think her name's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. How are you, Char?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Good.
You need to turn your volume down.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, that's way better. So what life lessons have you learned during the pandemic?
Well, Char, I'll tell you one thing. I've been kind of by myself for a while, but I didn't realize just how resolute and self-sufficient I am, and that the fact that I don't have to have a lot of people around me. I'm actually very happy. I got my kitty cat. I got myself, and I don't miss the social situations nearly as much as I thought I would.
I understand that. I understand.
And I'm so happy. I'm so happy about the earth, because I'll tell you, it's been a long time since I've heard the animals that I've heard lately. Mm-hmm. So I know the fact that we aren't really being as well, taking over the world as we normally do. So the air is getting a little bit cleaner.
Right.
The animals are coming out and doing more animal things. It feels good to know that the earth is actually recovering a little bit.
Right.
A little bit at least.
And I think they said in Italy, in oh God, where the canals, what's it called, Tony?
Venice.
Venice, yeah, that's like the first time that they're clean or getting cleaner or whatever.
Oh.
And animals were.
I hadn't heard.
Or fish or animals were coming in. Yeah, this was like a few months ago. So got a point. I think, of course, you believe in global warming, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I had someone on my Facebook say something like, I've been following you, but global warming is a hoax, and I'm not going to follow you anymore. And I went, delete.
Boy.
She can't follow me now, even she wanted to. I like that social media.
Good for you.
Delete, get rid of them. Because, the thing is that I love the energy of people like you and the last caller and people calling in that listen to my show. And if anybody calls in with a negativity, Tony will hang up on them because they're not allowed in our energy. And it's not fair to the listeners and it's not fair to me. So.
Absolutely.
But I think it's great that you've noticed nature being able to flourish. So I wanted to know, did you want me to read for you?
I actually have a question. That's not why I called in, but if you have a moment, I do have a question.
I want to know your question.
Thank you. So I am not necessarily somebody who has precognition, but
Right.
I had a scary dream. And it was about a week ago, maybe a little over, and it was in that little twilight where you are asleep, but you're dreaming, but you're kind of awake, lucid dreaming maybe.
Yeah.
And right, and so I had this dream where the first part of it is just dreamlike, where I'm in a theater and I'm with friends, but I'm walking up the aisle and I come across somebody who apparently has identified themselves as being my father, even though they didn't sound or act anything like my father did here on Earth. And what he said was very strange to me. He said, "So why are you waiting till you get the results?" And I'm looking at him, and he came in kind of like, the old Bewitched or the old Genie, where they kind of people bop in and bop out real quick, kind of like that. So that's how he came in, and he's like, and I just kind of looked at him and I'm like, "So you know something?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he said, and I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And he goes, and it was very overly dramatic, nothing like my father would ever do. And he goes, "It's cervical, okay? It's cervical cancer." And I just looked at him and I'm like, and I said, "Are you sure it's not some other type?" He goes, "No." And he shakes his head. And my next question to him was, "Am I going to be all right?" And then he looked at me very abruptly and he goes, "Well, if you're scared, then you're already done." And he vanished like that. Char, I haven't had any tests. I haven't had anything. I've had nothing. I mean, we're talking a shot out of the blue, but it's one of those things where I'm like, should I pay attention to this really? Or should I just think to myself, I need to generally take better care of myself? But it just left me with a lot of questions.
You get tested? I mean, do you go to the gynecologist?
I haven't recently. No.
So I would, and I'm not saying that you have anything, but we don't always know. I mean, do you pray before you go to bed at night?
I pray a lot. I pray during the day, anytime it strikes me, because I feel like I have an open dialogue with God and my guides.
Yeah, and that's great. Do you do the white light and the mirrored egg, or do you push the negative out?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Look at, I don't know. I mean, I don't always know what happens in our dreams because we get fooled. I even get fooled by things in my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though I pray
Mm-hmm.
and I do the white light and I do the mirrored egg and I do, you know, but the world runs like a battery. There's always a positive and negative charge. And you know what? It can't hurt to go to a gynecologist and and you know, have a checkup.
True. And the thing that threw me for the loop is that I just didn't feel like this was my dad. That's the thing. I was like, well, is this a trickster energy? It just didn't
Well,
feel like him, you know?
yeah, it could be a trickster energy, or it could be something that, you know, woke you up and scared you to maybe pay better attention
Mm.
to your health. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like this was like he was mean. It wasn't like,
Yeah, and
oh,
that was not my dad.
it definitely wasn't your father, but you thought it, but he said he was your father, or you thought it could be your father.
You know how dreams are. He identified himself as being my dad. But it was like I generally accepted it. He accepted it. We accepted it. Like I said, it just kind of like came out of nowhere. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Well, I'm not really worried, but if I had, well, you know, it's interesting because I had a similar dream from somebody telling me to take medicine or take the medicine or whatever, and I do this. I don't take medicine. I don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. I take supplements, but I'm
Mm.
very blessed that I don't have to take anything, and I get checkup and all that stuff. So, um, it was an interesting dream, and so I don't take chances. If something wakes me up and I and even if it's in the thought process, it's not going to hurt me to
Mm-hmm.
go and to a doctor and get a checkup. It's not going
Right.
to hurt you to go to a doctor and get a checkup. And
Absolutely.
then you can put
Absolutely.
rest and you can say, "Oh, you know, sometimes we don't learn our lessons till after the fact. Oh, that was a trickster energy trying to scare me." Or, "Oh, that led me to this where I needed to do A, B, or C."
Right.
But, you know,
Well,
your father wouldn't act like that with you.
no, I can't see that. I'd be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, your father wouldn't, but I think it's something to research just for the heck of it, just to make sure. But I wouldn't live in fear thinking that's what it's going to be. And here's the other thing. It could be
Mm-hmm.
somebody else is going to get that. Or
Mm.
it could be somebody who's deceased had it or whatever. It's not, you know, our dreams are not always exact of what we dream.
Right.
It could be symbolic of something. So I don't, you're not the one with the William though, right? I'm going to be handed, there's somebody named,
No, I don't think so. I think that's going to be somebody else coming up.
so maybe too. But is there a J or G person around you?
There's somebody that I actually called G as a nickname, and that's somebody who's living. Yes.
Who's G?
Well, her name is Estella. We call her Gigi, or G for short.
And who is that?
Oh, she's a good friend. She's somebody that I've worked with for years, not currently working with, but we stay in touch with each other. She's a really sweet girl.
Yeah, I feel like she's somebody who will be there for you if you need her.
Mm.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
and then is there an S or C or
S
last
or C.
name S or C or K or C?
Well, last name, I'm Cain, Cain.
That's
And
you.
so my family would be, yeah.
So I'm getting all these people that are the K or C sound. So is your mom deceased?
Yeah.
I think your mom is there and your dad is there. And
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like there
G could also, oh, sorry.
could be your grandmother or grandfather.
No, their names didn't start with a G, but I'm close to my supervisor whose name is Janelle. So it could be a Gigi or Janelle, either one.
No, I think Gigi's the friend, and then the K sound, the last name, that's your last name.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're
Yes.
watching over you, and even if there was some kind of issue, you're going to be okay. And I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I would check it out just for the heck of it.
You are a sweetheart. I really appreciate you so much, and I will.
Yeah, but I'm not worried. I'm really not. I would tell you, oh my God, you better go. You know, it's not that.
Yeah, and I felt that
Mhm.
when this person, this entity said, well, if you're scared, you're done. And I thought, that's the key. You can't be scared of these things. I mean, that's my takeaway.
Yeah, well, nobody wants a bully spirit, and it sounds to me more like a trickster. But
Yeah.
I would just, I wouldn't ignore anything. I would just, better safe than sorry. And anyway, you should be getting a checkup. You're
I
saying,
know.
you need to get a checkup, and it may have nothing to do with your cervix.
Right.
Maybe there's something you need to find out.
I think so too. I think it's definitely time to do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just do it. Thank you for calling me.
Oh, thank you. You're a sweetheart.
Oh, that's
You have a great day.
very kind of you. Don't ever talk to my ex-husband. He probably won't say that. That's okay. That too.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Take good care. So, Tony,
Bye-bye.
let's have a break. Wait, what were you saying, Tony?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, can we have a break? And then let's have a short break, and then we'll take more calls.
Okay, be right back.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. People have been calling the office and texting and emailing. Do I do private sessions? Well, yes, I do. And I love reading for my clients. I do phone, Skype, FaceTime, and in person if we're in the same city. I also teach intuition. So if you have an interest in doing that, or if you're interested in getting your family together and you want a group reading, I do those as well. So just call 248-909-2427, and I look forward to reading for you. Thanks.
Okay, we're back. Okay, she's back. Who do we got now, Tony?
Let's see. Let's do. I saw one down here. How about I'm looking for the pandemic ones. Got a bunch of people in here. Where did it go? I hope you didn't hang up. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Brandon, it says psychic reading, but we can find out what he learned. So 520, he was a first-time caller.
Hey, Brandon.
Hi, Char.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. How are you doing?
Oh, that's so sweet. I can't believe I'm talking to you. You sound young and handsome.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna make me cry.
It's true, right?
Well, I know you're ageless and timeless, and you're beautiful yourself. So that's a major compliment from you.
Because I have a very big birthday coming in August, so you just made my night.
Oh, when's your birthday? In August. So you're a Leo?
Yeah, I'm a Leo. Do you know?
Okay.
Brandon?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm here.
You know astrology? Do you understand astrology?
I'm not majorly, informed on it, but I do know a bit of it. I'm a Gemini.
Oh, right. We get along really well.
Yeah. Yes, my first boyfriend was actually a Leo. His birthday was on, um, I think maybe August 10th.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
are you wanting to do something new with work?
as a matter of fact, yes. I just can I tell you a bit of what just happened in my life recently?
Yeah.
Um, so I was born in the Bronx, but my mom moved us out to Arizona, and I grew up out there for the majority of my life. And I recently just moved back to New York City. I live in Brooklyn, and I plan on moving to Greenwich Village like within a week. So yeah,
Fun.
and I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Yeah.
And have you thought of doing something else work-wise though, besides art?
No, I haven't. Well, actually, I am job hunting for, like little jobs, here and there. And, I actually have a job application at a restaurant as a dishwasher on Monday. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of job hunting.
Yeah. I feel like, but you're a real artist, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I
It's
paint.
really your gift.
I'm a painter, photographer. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, no, that's okay. And are you selling your portraits and your paintings?
I've tried. I haven't tried as hard since I've moved to New York.
I think you should try to sell them, like take them places. Can you not let go of them? Are you one of those artists that this is my child, I can't sell it to anyone?
That was me in Arizona, as a matter of fact. I was like, oh my God, I held on to them. Like, yeah, they were my children. I have a whole collection of my whole painting, archive in Arizona. And yeah, I'm only 25. So, um, yeah, my best friend in Arizona, she's like taking care of them and stuff for me. And she actually told me like a few days ago, she was like, oh my God, B, you have so many great paintings. Like, I hope you don't mind if I like take photos of them and try to list them online for you. And I was like, yeah, Bertha. Her name is Dottie, but her name is Bertha Dottitsa Olgin, and Dottie's short for her middle name, Dottitsa, and so everyone calls her Dottie and stuff. And I was like, yeah, Dottie, feel free to share any of my paintings, and she can make a profit out of it. She can get a quarter, a 50% of it.
Good. I think it's great. I think you're going to start selling them.
Thank you, Char. I've been hanging flyers and stuff around New York, so I hope I've just been increasing my follow count by sharing, posting flyers around the city and stuff. And I feel like my dad is my guardian angel because my mom told me that he grew up around the area that I'm at, and I didn't even know that.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And then is there, just say yes or no to me, but I don't know that this is your dad, but is there someone else that's a B or R or D?
Yes.
Which letter?
R.
R. Is it a male R?
Yes.
R. Is it R-O or R-I or R-A?
Neither.
But is it a Russell or?
It's an RU.
Are you Rudy or Russell or?
Yes.
Rudy? Is it Rudy or Russell?
Yeah. It's Rudy.
Who is that?
That's my dad.
Oh, he is your guardian angel.
Char, you're gonna make me cry.
Oh, well, you're so sensitive and you're so sweet. You don't have a new
Thank
boyfriend
you so
yet.
much.
You don't have a new boyfriend yet, huh?
No, but my most recent boyfriend abandoned me, and I feel like ever since all of that happened, during late 2020, my dad has been there for me, and I've been seeing like flashes of light, and sometimes I feel like those are some spirits that may be presenting themselves in the form of maybe or that those are something, my dad may be,
Absolutely.
presenting himself as. Yeah, and I've seen many different kinds of UFOs in Arizona, and the majority of the time, those were with family, and I have seen, um, some UFOs that were really prominent in my memory alone, but a lot of the times I have seen like many different kinds of UFOs in the skies of Arizona.
That's fantastic. I totally believe in UFOs. Do you have something metal of your dad's, or I don't know what
Metal.
or watch or necklace? I don't know what he's showing me.
I wish I did. No, I honestly don't think I have anything of my dad.
Feel like but does your mom still have his things?
She might. She has little keepsakes and stuff.
I think that he wants you to he wants to give you something, and when you hold it, it'll kind of like remind you of him, like, good.
Okay, I'll ask her.
It might even be a keychain. I don't know what, but ask her.
Yeah. No, but I did have something of my great grandma's, who I actually just left in Arizona. It was like a little hair clip, or like a hairpin, like a little little decorative thing. And my great grandma, her name is Maria, and she's passed now. But I did have something of hers.
No, there's something that your dad wants your mom to give you. Talk to your mom.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Char.
And I feel like you need to be brave with your paintings in New York and take them places and just see if people will, put them in a store or a storefront or art gallery.
Okay.
Or an art gallery.
Okay.
Did you have like a booklet of your paintings that you can say, these are my paintings? Do you want to sell them?
No, I don't have a booklet, but it's funny you ask me that, because I actually did go into Marc Jacobs' bookstore yesterday. It's called Bookmark, and I asked them if they accept original art, or if they have like little, I was talking to the people who work there and stuff, and we were discussing how I can possibly get my art in there and stuff, and they said that they mostly accept, or they mostly sell art by or about artists from the 70s and 80s, around Marc Jacobs era and stuff. And I'm sure you're aware of who Marc Jacobs is and his stores and stuff.
Okay, but here's the other thing. I think that there's going to be some outdoor art things that people go to. What are those, art fairs?
Okay.
I think try to get a booth in one.
Okay. I had an idea of.
Is there one in Manhattan?
I had an idea in Manhattan. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, there's a little delay.
What's your idea?
Oh no, I had an idea of maybe having a few friends of mine like model some original clothing designs and me filming it in an alley or something. But I am actually developing a short film. It's called Witch. There are two short stories that I have been developing over the past few years. The first one is called Death, and that one's more of a a psychological thriller slasher. And there's another one, Witch, called Witch. That's more of a a fantasy romance. I plan on having my friends helping me with that.
I love that, but I know what you need to do.
Yeah.
You need to get on TikTok with your paintings, but very cleverly do it. You need to get on TikTok with your paintings.
Thank you, Char.
Like, you need to find a way creatively to get on TikTok.
Okay.
Can you do?
I'm not.
Are you more behind?
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you more behind?
I am. Yeah. I am behind the scenes, but I am. I do drag, and I do model for my own art and stuff. So yeah, I do play with makeup.
I love that. I was going to ask if you thought of being a makeup artist or a hairdresser.
Oh, yeah, I have a friend. She lives in Queens. Her name is Char as well, and she's a makeup artist. She's my favorite makeup artist, and I want her to star in my film as well as be the makeup special effects artist in person. So, yeah, oh my gosh, you're so special and beautiful, Char.
Oh, well, I wish you will find success. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll just
Thank
keep
you.
creative stuff. And just know Rudy is with you.
Oh,
He's gonna make that you're divinely protected. Rudy is with you. Your daddy is with you, honey. And I love
thank
talking.
you, love.
And
I
watch.
can talk to you forever.
Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race by any chance?
I do.
Call me in 2 weeks.
Okay,
Call me back in 2 weeks. Okay?
for sure. Yeah, at the same number.
Yep. Call me.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Big hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses, and you be safe and stay warm.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Well, Tony, thank you so much.
Another good show.
Another fun show. Anyway, I know you've got more people coming in. So I want to thank everybody who's watching Char Vision and for being on my Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And remember, everybody, we're going to take more calls next week and the week after. And intuition will take you places logic never could. God bless you. Be well.